Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. We are here in the Lake Silverstep village, though we haven't really made it to the village itself. Maybe that's down here. Yeah, I can kind of see a roof. We dealt with a cave here which had a, they were calling it a box, but it was more of a sarcophagus that we dealt with the undead creature inside. We were asked by a Nixie, I think up here, maybe down here, I don't really remember the exact location, to deal with it. I'm inclined to go back and talk to her, because hopefully that'll stop all the other various Fae that we've run into from attacking us. Maybe? I guess let's go here. Because she did mention that they were fighting the humans because the humans kept looking into the various dangerous things. Like the box.
In due time.
I'm not seeing her. Oh, there's a perception check here that apparently we missed.
Well, it is done.
The bark fallen off the tree indicates that someone ran along the trunk with amazing agility. On the other side of the tree trunk, you can see human footprints. They lead north. Don't know. Maybe she was down here. She was definitely somewhere. There you are. Ooh, and more loots. You're back. Did you take care of the box? The problem solved. There was a monster in the box, a Cyclops, but he's dead now. The Nixie throws her hands up in joy. You did it! I have to tell my family as soon as possible. Once I tell them what you did, they'll understand that not all strangers are bad. A Cyclops, huh? I doubt any of us could have dealt with that. It was a rough fight. I'd say you've earned yourself a reward. Okay, we dealt with the scary box. So yeah, we'll hold off on going down to the village itself and explore everything else up north. But yeah, I don't feel super bad about killing the wild animals. A little bit, but not super bad. But more the actual intelligent Fae that were in their lands that we were killing. It's like, I don't like this. But I think we've mostly dealt with all of that. Okay, we don't have a path through there. Gotcha. And that's basically everything. Okay, let's go down to the village. We also ran into a guy who said he's the speaker for a silver dragon that protects this village. Not really sure his story. We got some indication that we're supposed to kill him because of reasons based on our quest log, but it's not super clear. Ruddy-faced villager waves to you cheerfully. Hello there, traveler. A good day to you. A good day to us all. The silver dragon himself turned the day into a feast for us. And why, you might ask? All because I forgot my fishing gloves at home. Turn the day into a feast because you forgot your fishing gloves? Who are you? I'm Azel, a fisherman. I mean, I was a fisherman when I did fishing. I don't fish now, so I guess I'm not a fisherman anymore. Azel frowns as he thinks about that paradox. Dragon feast? What's going on here? I'm telling you, I went fishing, but I left my fishing gloves at home. So I blistered my hands pulling out the nets. So I couldn't fish anymore. So I had to go hungry. Had to, but didn't. Because fish just started jumping out of the water. So our great silver dragon took care of me. He must have been watching thinking, how will this poor sod Azel get by with blistered hands? How will he fish? What will he eat? How about I send some fish ashore for him? They were jumping out of the lake because of the evil box that had been thrown into the lake. Nothing to do with your silver dragon. Now I think I'll never bring my fishing gloves again. So fish will always jump out of the lake on their own. It'll be great. I don't think that's going to keep happening. Tell me more about your fish situation. Just go to the shore and see for yourself. They jump right out of the water. We can barely keep up with collecting and salting them. We made 3 barrels since the morning dawned. And our barrels are really big, not just any normal barrels. The fisher puffs his chest. And tell me more about this dragon. Well, he's a huge dragon, a silver one. It's why he's called the Silver Dragon. He's very kind and always helps us. That lake is one of his footprints, filled with water. That's how we got the lake. I've got one of his scales. It's my lucky charm. The fisher proudly holds out a scale held on by a string around his neck. Ivar gave it to me. You can search around for him. Maybe he'll give you one too. If that whole lake is one dragon's footprint, that is a huge dragon. I don't think that's the truth. That scale could theoretically be a dragon scale, but the lake is not the footprint of a dragon. Dragons that huge don't exist. Maybe not in other places. Maybe our dragon is one of a kind. The fisher's voice rings with pride. Have you ever seen this dragon with your own eyes? Sure did. Day before yesterday, 2 months ago too. Purvis, the trader, says I'm a fool, and it was just a thundercloud, but you shouldn't listen to him. So, what exactly has this dragon done to help you? He sent Ivar to us. Well, not sent really. Ivar was here before, but he was only a hunter, not a dragon's voice. When Ivar became the dragon's voice, everything got better all at once. Most of the bandits disappeared from the roads, monsters stopped attacking us in the woods, and wolves don't even take our cattle anymore. And now there's fish to top it off. To top it all. Yeah, the Silver Dragon is the best dragon ever. Alright. Fae regularly confuse and control. I'm guessing Ivar has made some sort of deal with a Fae that's helping you all out, but probably has some cost to him. Maybe the cost was what took away his family. Unsure. Alright, enough of that for now. What a downer. I like listening to stories about the dragon. Sure you do. Let's talk about this hunter. Ivar, was it? Ivar, yes, he's a good fellow. Who is he? He's the dragon's voice. The silver dragon tells him things, then Ivar tells us. Like when the dragon chased the wolves from our herd. He told Ivar and Ivar told us. And when he scared the monsters away so they wouldn't attack us, he told Ivar that too. We get all kinds of good news from Ivar. Did any of that stuff happen before? Or is Ivar just telling you, yeah, trust me. There were monsters and they got scared away. I'm keeping you safe. Because he could be lying. Something terrible happened to him, didn't it? The fisher frowns and looks away. Why'd you have to remind me of that? Ivar, he wasn't the dragon's voice before. He used to live here, in a house to the northwest. He used to go hunting and tell us all kinds of stories, like a real bard would. Had a family too, but then... Well, one night, his kids ran away. Tried to climb up to the top of the cliff in the middle of the night. It was a bad night, rainy and dark. They fell down. As far as anyone could tell, the boy probably slipped first, and the girl tried to help him, but she couldn't. She fell too, farther away. I helped search for them the next morning, then helped bury them. The fisher sighs heavily. Lissa, Ivar's wife, she got sick right after and never recovered. And Ivar, well, he went odd. And that's when the silver dragon started talking to him. Yeah, there's something wrong there. I don't mind this town having its own autonomy, even though they're on my land. Actually, I guess they're not on my land. We are out of our land, so I have even less cares. But someday this will probably be my land. And I'm fine with a town having some autonomy. I mean, yeah, there's probably some amount of taxes and whatnot. But there's something weird going on with him. Do you know where he is now? He probably went to the grove up north again. That's where his children's graves are. Sometimes he'll disappear for several days at a time, and he won't tell anyone where he goes. But I know anyway. Alright, well that's enough about Ivar. Alright, sure, enough is enough. I'm your Baroness. I mean, not really. I do need to tell you something about the fish and this dragon of yours. I could talk about the dragon all day long. The fish were jumping ashore thanks to an ancient sarcophagus the Nixies accidentally drowned in the lake. I know for a fact that it was a Cyclops kept in a sarcophagus under the lake that caused all the strange occurrences around here. Cyclops is dead now. The village is safe. I don't want to point them at the Nixies. Hopefully we can keep peace. So I'll just say it was a sarcophagus. A cyclops in a sarcophagus under the lake. Cyclops is dead now, and the village is safe. Fisher listens intently, his face thoughtful. So, what then? The fish won't jump ashore anymore? That's too bad. Can we get another cyclops from somewhere then? No. 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 Using a 1,000-year-old undead cyclops for fishing. Baroness, you need to order this village surrounded by a palisade and forbid your subjects from coming to come within 3 arrow flights of it. This is as bad as a plague. Stupidity can be just as infectious, you know. Yeah. Alright, do you know who I am? I'm your Baroness. Kind of. That's great, I think. You know what? You should talk to Ivar first. He can ask the Silver Dragon's opinion on the greatness of that. Ivar is an important person here, and the dragon is even more important. So, what if he doesn't want some strange Baroness baroning around here? I'd just get rid of the world of one more utter fool. Alright, let's talk later. Farewell. I'm not gonna kill you just because you're dumb.
I'm off.
What do we got? Wand of Burning Hands? And a decent amount of gold. Brevis,
I'm there.
you have a name. What's your story? Welcome to Brevis's roadside shop. Judging from his accent and his fine clothes, this trader isn't from around here. What's causing all the fuss around here? You mean those fish jumping ashore? The trader frowns. These fools believe it's thanks to their patron, the Silver Dragon. He supposedly decided to provide the villagers with a feast and sent them this gift. Idiots. I don't know the real reason those fish are jumping, but if it were me, I wouldn't get too close to those fish or that lake. Yeah, if fish are jumping out of a lake, you probably don't want to eat them. I don't know that anything's gone wrong with those fish, because it seems like they were just trying to get away from the undead Cyclops, and I don't know if they became infected by something, but there's something certainly wrong with the lake. Not anymore now, obviously. Who's in charge of this village? The trader smirks. Ivar. He's a resourceful one, to be sure. Made the whole area believe he's some chosen one, the spokesman for the Silver Dragon. The idiots around here listen to everything he says and do whatever he asks. It's strange, though. After this Ivar fellow came to the village with his sack of silver scales and his ridiculous stories about the Silver Dragon, things in the area started to change. There was this wolf pack, used to cut through the local cattle like a housewife cuts through vegetables. After Ivar got here, wolves won't even come close to the local cows. Same with the monsters in the woods. They don't take step one toward it, the village or its people. It's all pretty strange if you ask me. Very strange indeed. Yeah, I think there's some sort of Fey interaction. I don't think it's a dragon. Though he apparently does have a sack of scales, and people had scale charms. I'm surprised to see a trader in a remote place. I usually buy hides from the local hunters, but sometimes they come up with some rather intriguing trophies. No wonder, though, considering the number of different beasts living in these woods. These wares don't look like hunting trophies. They remind me more of some robber's loot. The trader's face goes blank. I'm sure I have no idea what you mean, Your Grace. This is all pretty standard trade around these parts. You know, totally unrelated. I just realized I haven't had an opportunity before to offer a donation to help support our barony. Aha. Valerie's lips purse with disdain. Those like him think anything can be bought, even laws and rulers. Why don't you start with where you acquired these goods of yours? Trader glances at you suspiciously. All right. There's a cave to the north. Some less than law-abiding fellows have taken up residence there. If we're being uncharitable, you could call them bandits. I sell things they've collected. But I never robbed anyone myself. You have my word of honor on that. Lawful good, you're trying to bribe me. If you even think about going back to your old ways, you'll find yourself in some real trouble. Neutral evil, donations are always appreciated. Or lawful neutral attack. Not only are you selling stolen wares, but now you're trying to bribe your way out of justice. I can't let that go unpunished. I'm not gonna kill him. Now you're trying to bribe me? If you ever think about going back to your old ways, you'll find yourself in some real trouble. Sure, yes, of course. The trader's voice rings with enthusiasm. Valerie glances pensively at you. Do you believe he will keep his word? Though, on second thought, I know how convincing you can be. Well, can I see your wares? Let's sell a bunch of random knickknacks. What do you have? A hand axe. Probably don't care. Composite short blow +2. Frost javelin. Bunch of +2 gear, which isn't bad. But nothing is calling out to me. Well, thank you for your time, Brevis. Litica, you also have a name. Always put a broom in conspicuous places. Everyone will think that you're so busy. Okay, sure.
Child's play.
We've got another amulet of natural armor +2. There's probably people that could use that in our group. You've already got a +2. You have that. You've got just a +1. So do I. I suppose I could use the +2. Apparently I have a spare. You can also have a +2. And what about you, Jubilost? You already had a +2. Fantastic. It's possible Kaliki could also use an upgrade, since we can't see what she has on her at the moment.
In due time.
But we'll see that at some point, I'm sure. So yeah, we probably still do need to go
Thank me now.
meet up with Ivar again. Grilled silver eel. Yum. Looks like we've gotten a couple of recipes. Because I'm guessing the stuff going on with Ivar is not finished at this point.
Child's play.
Fishing tackle is neatly packed and dry. It obviously hasn't been used recently. Yeah, because the fish were just leaping out of the water for them. That's not a thing?
Follow
Bunch of
if you dare.
demolished boats and cargo. Seems odd.
Let us to victory!
Hey, and Valerie was actually in the front for once. That never happens. Ooh, confusion on all of us? That's exciting. Come on, Nixies. I thought we made friends. You've got greater invisibility, mirror image, and displacement all running at the same time. Dude. Hideous laughter. Oh, you got... Yeah, your confusion's a problem. Everyone who's not confused, pull back. Are you guys good? Nope, still confused. We've got Talent of the Wise. It's a comma, +2 agile, finesse-wielding monk weapon. Interesting. The corpse of a tall man lies torn apart on the shore. The man was probably an experienced fighter in life, but it didn't do him much good in the end. You notice a tuft of red fur clenched in the dead man's hand. Whoever killed this man, it seems unlikely it was the Tatzelworm. Some red fur killed this man. Whoever you are. It's raining again. Oh, I love the unforgettable sensation of wet clothes sticking to my back. Okay, we have control of you again. Fantastic. I think that is up where we already were. Perfect.
I'm there.
I don't know what we're supposed to determine from the guy with red fur in his hand. That doesn't seem related to anything else we've dealt with here. And I think the village is fully explored. Do we go back to trying to find Ivar? I'll check to see if he went home, because he did walk away from the cliff edge. Team? Are you not? Okay. It's like, I told you to go there. I can see the markers on the ground. So is he around? We've already looked at all that. Or did he possibly go back up north? It does look like I didn't fully explore quite here. So we can see if there's anything to see there before we swing back over here. And there was also a section where it implied that there was something... Hey, there is loot.
Time.
Where we were supposed to put something back. But it wasn't clear what. So no, Ivar isn't here. So we don't know where he went. Yeah, so this... Rocks are moved from their usual places as if something very huge and extremely strong used to walk here. Huge and strong. Because I was wondering if this was the gravesite of his family. And no, I don't think we've found anything that feels like it's supposed to be placed here. But we go to all goods. Newest things we've found. And nothing here. I mean, we found a quill. We could try placing it there, see if it does anything. Or a single fish. Maybe? Since there were a lot of fish around.
Ends here.
Oh, okay. Hi, Ancient Wyvern.
Taste my fury.
Not thrilled to be standing there. Take the attack of opportunity. Get out of there, please. You're already safe.
This is going to
A
hurt.
clever
So,
boy.
yeah. Everyone go there except I need to run. I'm not certain that fire is the right call. No, you're not immune to fire. Okay, keep going. Alright, you're nearly dead. Excellent. And that's that. So, we successfully called a wyvern and killed it. For whatever that's worth. I don't know. Did we still have a quest related to this, though? Yeah, the Lonely Hunter, Ivar. We should find him and deal with the situation of the man himself, is what it claims. We dealt with the scary box. I don't know why it's still listed.
I'm there.
I don't know. I would have thought we would have dealt with Ivar. But I'm unsure of where he's hiding now.
That was easy.
So I'm ready to just leave. I think there was an exit to the north here, which is why I'm sort of following the northern edge.
I did it.
Footprints lead to an inconspicuous animal path that leads deeper into the woods. Okay. Ooh. I missed out on some of this treasure. Most of it I don't care about, but we'll just take it all. We've got the carrying capacity. Now, we were thinking we'd get there, but we didn't come across the path that led to it. Also, there's a path that leads out this way, which strikes me as odd, like into the lake. I'm inclined to check out the grove. There we go. But I also do kind of want to explore that way to see where it goes. So, as for the grove, a long slope clearing despite the merry bird song and chirping of grasshoppers, the place is far from welcoming. An uneasy chill hangs in the air, tinged with the smell of rot. Bit of a sized map. Doesn't seem huge. Alpha Warg. Dire Wolf. Lovely.
Give the order. We will prevail.
Oh, okay. Nope, nope, nope. Someone.
They go down!
Get over here, please. Because we're gonna be running into bad times. Harem, please. Okay, good. Perfect.
Training pays off.
Who's doing ice blasts? Oh, I guess I am. I was doing acid for a while, but I guess there's no reason to since we're not dealing with trolls anymore. So, ice is fine. So is there anything nefarious going on here, or just a bunch of... Hey, Ivar. And peaceful wargs. I was wondering when we'd meet you again. So these are the graves of your family. Gotcha. 2 small graves hide at the foot of the rock. Wooden grave markers, whittled and painted with loving care, are placed at the top of both. Don't come closer, don't. How can I stop it? It's too strong. Too strong.
Who will prevail?
Wait,
Does
what
it matter?
are you? Got a good human is the claim. Level 9 fighter. Permanent bull strength and power attack. Damage reduction except silver. Interesting. Werewolves. Ivar is a werewolf. Hard to really tell right there while he's sort of mid-transformation. Please, Melandra, get out of there. Oh, you're gonna die. No, you're getting tripped. Hopefully the wolf can get in and help. Okay, I already went down. Fantastic. I don't think we're gonna need too much help here. Werewolf's powerful body shrinks and contorts. The beastly features transform into the face of Ivar the hunter. There are deep wounds all over his body. So this is how it finally ends. Tell me the truth about what happened to you. Let it be my last fairy tale, then. Once upon a time, there lived a stupid young hunter named Ivar. He loved his family, his wife, his son, his little daughter, very much. He also loved making up fairy tales for his children. But one night, he came up with a foolish story, one about a silver dragon that can only be spotted if you climb to the top of a high cliff as the new moon rises. That very night, the children snuck out of the house and their bodies were found at the base of the cliff the next morning. This we know. His poor wife's heart couldn't bear the loss. Lissa, she was gone soon after. So Ivar cursed himself, cursed his own blabbering tongue and reckless mind. Standing near the graves of his family, he could only mutter to himself over and over, I'm a monster, I'm a monster. Then he felt the self-inflicted curse begin to melt him from the inside, burning him, turning him into a beast. He became a werewolf, swore to protect the village, to honor the memory of Lissa and his children. He wanted to serve people, to bring them good instead of evil, at least once. You became a werewolf just because you believed yourself to be a monster? I am not certain that's how werewolf, lycanthropy spreads. But sure. And if you called yourself a pig, you'd have grown a snout. That's exactly why it's so important to always think of yourself in only the best light. No, that's the point, is people don't suddenly grow snouts. Anger and pain invited a beast's soul into a human heart? Huh. When I was a kid, the old crones talked about something like this. I thought it was just a fairy tale, though. This seems like another fairy tale. He's not telling us the whole truth. Almost a rebel, a high-minded rhymer, who doomed himself to the life of a shapeshifter. I'd gladly to pay to publish a book featuring his story. Let the other rebel dreamers see where this road leads. Enough, Ivar. I've heard what I need. I won't kill you. Why not work for me? Lay down the title of Dragon's Voice and become the Baroness's voice for the people. I mean, I guess, what has he done? He's told lies, sure. But so far, we haven't seen him actually hurt people. And I'm not going to kill him just because he's a werewolf. Again, we have a city of kobolds. Were I to spare you, what would you do? How exactly did you serve people? That's what I want to know. Like, what have you been doing? There's always someone trying to take from the village, be it their property or their lives. Many's the villain who's become food for worms in the nearby woods. The only danger I haven't gained much ground against is a gang holed up in a nearby cave. I started hunting them, but it seems I've run out of time to finish the job. Ivar's tone is bitter as he looks away. I dealt with them, don't worry. Tell me about this gang. Planning a visit, Ivar smirks. The gang's not big, but they are well trained. They're very familiar with the woods around here. They've made a den in one of the caves to the west, near the lake. It isn't far. Were I to spare you, what would you do? Ivar's brow furrows. I stopped looking to the future long ago, but I don't think I belong here anymore. Especially if people discovered the truth. Were you to spare my life, I'd leave. Leave and try and find a new reason to live. So, if I'm understanding this, which I might not be, but it seems like what he's talking about this is taking out villains. So basically, he's a werewolf, but he's used his gifts, powers, as a werewolf to just deal with the various threats around the town. The wolf packs, which apparently he's tamed to some extent, which makes sense as a werewolf, as well as various monsters and bandit gangs. And then he just says, yeah, it's because there's a super awesome dragon that's taking care of it, to throw people off the trail. But it doesn't seem like he's hurting honest folk, which is why the town loves him. So I'm not thinking he deserves death or anything. He could work for me. There's probably a place I could find for him. I don't know what. I don't know what a Baroness's voice would be. But I could find work for you. Work for me. Sorry, Baroness, but no, I'm not interested in working for anyone else. Besides, the village would never accept me if they learned who I really am. So please, just finish me off or let me go. Choice is yours. Well, I've heard what I need. I won't kill you. Ivar stands, holding the wounds on his side. I was not expecting mercy, but I'm certainly grateful for it. Head forward, then take to the right, and if you're looking for work, my advice would be to find a traveling circus. I'm sure you'd fit right in. Go, try to forgive yourself if you can. I like that. He's putting a lot of pain on himself for what happened to his children, and it's not really his fault. Yeah, he told a fairy tale to his children, but that's common amongst parents. The only real foolishness I see is that they weren't keeping a close enough eye when their kids left in the middle of the night on a rainy night and climbed a mountain at dark. Like, something in their raising should have prevented that from occurring. Whether that's keeping a better eye on them or teaching them better not to do that or something. That was the mistake. Telling the tales wasn't. Try and forgive yourself if you can. Ivar bows slightly, then winces in pain. Word in parting, if I may, Baroness. Consider it my werewolf instincts talking. I can tell you'll be the subject of stories and legends yourself soon, and I'm sure they'll be told far and wide across the land. Now, whether they'll be tales of horror, of terror, or hope, well, that'll be up to you. Apparently I said the whole thing while lying on the ground unconscious. Excellent. Alright,
Patience.
let's get a quick heal going. Yeah, it'll top off them and gets me most of the way up. It's good enough for me. Yeah, so I don't mind Ivar.
I do what I must.
Yeah, there was something sketchy about him, which was sort of implied with the deal with him quest. But he didn't seem like a bad person. Just trying to make the best of his situation, where quite a few bad things had happened to him between his family's death and becoming a werewolf. Also feel a little bad for the town because Ivar is apparently just going to disappear and they're never going to know why. Anyway, I think we're going to end the episode here. It's a decent enough spot to stop. Next time we will head across the lake and see where that takes us. I am tempted soon to make my way back to Candlemere. I know we got basically destroyed last time, but we're several levels higher at this point. And it occurred to me, I can't look at his spell books. I guess I can from here. With Harem, he's got... maybe it's even a first level spell. Nope, third level. There we go. Resist energy, communal. So a lot of those skulls that were attacking us, I guess will-o-wisps, they look like skulls, were using energy attacks, like lightning. If I gave communal energy resistance, it only lasts 10 minutes, so we'd probably want to prepare several of them to explore there. But 10 minutes is a pretty long time. And if we had multiple castings, it protects against 10 damage each attack. And I think that would actually get us pretty far, so I kind of want to give that another shot. But that'll be for some point in the future, probably not quite now. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.